Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Now if you did come from the previous video, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching more of my content. And yeah, in this video I'll be doing a rank 35 Lily guide. So I'll tell you everything I know. When I say I say everything that I know, everything I was using, the whole strategy I was using, everything that I know. I'll tell you how to get your rank 35 Lily for the first time. The best part about this strategy is you can do it in one day. I got my rank 35 Lily from 1000 trophies to 1250 trophies in just one day. So yeah, without wasting your time, let's get into the video, and I hope you guys can take my knowledge and apply it for yourself and get that rank 35 before the new update drops for that nice spray or emote that Brawl Stars is giving. Now to start off, this is Lily's build that you want to be playing. Now I think this is the best build. You want that gadget, of course, because that is the main part that makes Lily good. Without that gadget, she's going to be an okay brawler, maybe even a worse brawler than regularly. But that gadget makes her such a good brawler, so you do not want to switch that gadget. Now for the star power, you can try to switch it out. Honestly, I would not suggest it. That star power is the best one. It can save you so much times, including with the surge meta. You can just pretty much easily kill them if they don't have their super. So I would suggest to have that star power, because without that star power, I don't think that you can really easily kill surges like normally without the star power. And yes, if you're wondering why I'm talking about surges, now for some reason there is a surge meta. If you watched my previous video, I kind of did explain a bit more on it, which I am just predicting stuff. So yeah, that's the reason why I think that there's a surge meta, and let's get on with the video. So you need a +1 gadget gear because it is super helpful. I would suggest to get it because it is just amazing for Lily. It can save you so much times. That gadget or gadget gear is like an extra life saver. So basically when you have that gadget, it basically gives you like 4 additional lives. And the reason I picked the shield gear is because for the strategy, I think that the shield gear can give you kind of an extra time reaction. Like if someone damages you, you have a more chance of pressing that gadget and escaping rather than having any other gear. Now yes, you can probably also go the speed gear if you're comfortable, but I would suggest the shield gear because what I'm thinking is if I have that shield gear, it can give me a little bit extra of a time reaction to activate it and survive a bit more damage. Alright, now that I'm done with Lily's build, let's go into which map I'm talking about. Now the map I'm talking about is this one. Now this is the best map as there is a lot less teaming and a lot less win traders. Now don't get me wrong, there still is teaming and win trading, but there is a lot less, and basically at the end game doesn't even matter if there's win traders. If there is any other person that's not a win trader that is still alive, then they are more likely to die as the other people can just kill them. For example, Shelly's, if she's walking around with a super, she doesn't care if there's 2 or 3 people huddled up together. Like those win traders ain't gonna do nothing to that Shelly. So to start off, when you spawn as Lily in a match, the first thing you want to do is look for boxes. The thing is, if there is a person there, or if somebody is already on the boxes, you do not want to go and try to take the box. It's not worth getting into 1v1s for the boxes because there is a risk of dying, and that's going to give you -8 place, -9th place, or even 10th place, and you do not want that. So basically what I'm saying is, do not fight for boxes. It is not worth it. That 1 cube will not save you, and in fact is going to probably give you 10th or 9th place, and you do not want that. So if there is someone at the box, just let them have the cube and you go the other way. Another thing is, do not forget to use Lily's ability, which is the charging super. Now that ability is super helpful, and that what makes Lily super good, especially on this map. Before we get into the charging super ability, let's first start when you spawn in the match, which I already did, but I forgot to mention something, which is rotation. Now, rotation is super important, especially in higher matchmaking. For example, on that map, you're going to see a lot of recos. So if you see a Rico spawn beside you, you want to rotate like I'd say like half of the map. You just want to walk across half of the map and see if there is no one there, and if there's no one there, you want to try to find a bush and just hide in it. So your main goal is to find the bush you can camp in until the storm comes, and you're just gonna have to go in the middle. So before that, you just want to find the bush to camp in, but you might have struggles like Rico's, and that's why you need to rotate. So even if he's going to move a little bit to the left or the right, you already rotated half of the map. He's probably not likely to come to you since he's already in his position, and he probably won't leave his position because, you know, Rico's, they just stand in one spot and start shooting where the grass is so they don't die. Now, what's very important is you're gonna see teamers on the map. So if you do team, this is for teamers. If you don't team, then don't worry, you just have to camp and just keep on rotating. But if you do team, you do not want to get close to the other people. I'm telling you, they're going to try to backstab you since you're a Lily. Do not try to be close to anyone. Do not let Primos charge on you unless it's like a really dire situation where you literally can't escape anywhere, and you're going to have to basically wish on luck that they're not going to backstab you. Now, I'm telling you, when I was playing Lily, I saw a lot of other Lilies just being close to teamers, which I didn't find really smart because they are going to backstab you, and that's exactly what happened. The moment Primo had a chance to backstab the Lily, he just went for it. Like, he got his super and then he pretends to get his hypercharge and then he just backstabs. Like, do not go close to teamers. If you are teaming, just stay far away. You kind of want a team to just make them go away and not try to target you. That's the main point of teaming for Lily. Now, if you see a Kenji anywhere, do not go close to him or do not even try to go close to him. I'm telling you, I had some Kenjis that will run around the map, not stopping and just trying to kill me. Like, their whole point was trying to kill me. And Kenjis, they're faster than Lily, believe it or not. Even if you activate your gadget, that's just mind games. It's on luck, basically. If Kenji predicts where you're gonna go to, you're basically done. Do not go close to Kenji's, as he also has that shield, which does counter you a bit. So, in order to even kill Kenji's, if they're not smart and they're like teaming, you can hit them once, remove their shield, hit them again, get your super, hit them, and he's going to try to run away, and you can just start following him because your super is almost charged. And when your super is charged again, you throw your super and then you kill the Kenji. But do not do this. Whenever I saw Kenji, I would not even try to go close to him unless the storm is closing in and I have no choice. Then I start trying to pressure the Kenji to go to another position. Another brawler you should avoid is Cordelius. Believe it or not, Cordelius does counter you. If you see Cordelius, do not try to rush him or even try to super and kill him unless he's really low, because Cordelius does unfortunately counter Lilies. Now, Lilies do counter Mortises, so if you do see a Mortis, you can easily just super him and attack him. The thing is, I don't know what's the interaction between a Lily and a Mortis with a super, but I do know if the Mortis doesn't have a super and you do super on them, you can pretty much easily kill the Mortis, which he will try to run away. But again, your super is basically really charged and it's close to getting your super again. So you can easily just throw your super again and kill the Mortis unless he runs away. So yeah. Now, Lily versus Buzz is kind of a 50-50. It's basically who has more cubes. Who has more cubes will counter the other one. So if you have more cubes than Buzz, you can probably counter Buzz, but I wouldn't really suggest for you guys to just go and start supering Buzzes, because you want to play more defensive always, as Lily has short range, but also Buzz does have the stun and he can counter you, so I wouldn't really risk it, to be honest, unless you really have to or you have a lot of power cubes and the Buzz doesn't. Surge is a tricky one because he has that gadget. Now, I would say if you're certain that he doesn't have his super or he's not close to his super, then you can super him and attack him. But it had weird interactions because sometimes I did manage to kill him with my 2 shots, but sometimes I didn't. I needed 3 shots. So be careful, and if you are going to kill a Surge, always have your gadget ready. Now, Shelly's. I only suggest doing this if you know the Shelly doesn't have her super or is close to her super. Now, the most likely scenario of Shelly's is she's going to try to team with you and she's going to try to charge off you. Like I said, if anyone is trying to charge off you, just walk around the wall. Do not let them charge on you. I never let people charge on me when I'm Lily because this will always give you a bad result. either there's going to be a third party, there's going to be an invisible kit. Believe it or not, I actually did have situations where there was invisible kits just killing me randomly, or the Shelly's just going to kill you and it's not worth it, or she's going to waste your gadgets. So do not let anyone charge on you, especially Primos and Shellys. So if a Shelly is trying to just charge off you, what I would suggest for you guys to do is to start playing a little bit aggressive if you know she doesn't have her super, or if Shelly isn't close to her super. Now, if you know that Shelly doesn't have her super, or if she isn't close to her super, for example, if you're spawning in and the Shelly just keeps on trying to follow you, you need to act a bit aggressive. So if you get your super, because you charged it off the Shelly from her chasing you, what you want to do is you want to throw the super on the Shelly, attack her twice, and Gadget, and just run away the other direction. And basically, this will make Shelly probably not chase you anymore because she knows you're playing aggressive and she probably doesn't want to lose unless that Shelly is crazy. Now, if you are teaming with a Frank, what I will suggest for you to do is if you have your super, just super on the Frank and probably let him charge off you. Now, I did say do not let anyone charge on you, but actually Frank you can because his shooting speed is really slow, so you can have a good reaction. And Gadget, if your reaction time isn't the best, then you do not want to be close to a Frank. But if you know that your reaction time is pretty well or pretty decent, then you can just go close to a Frank and let him charge off you if you are thinking that he is not going to try to kill you. So yeah. So the last interaction that I'm going to tell you is bull. Do not try to attack a bull unless you need to, like he's really low on HP or he is trying to kill you and this is like the end game. So for bull, he's going to basically one-shot you even if you super. Like, it's very dangerous. I would not suggest trying to even attack bulls. So if you do see a bull, you wanna run away. Now that we're done with the interactions that are the most important in my opinion, which I did tell you guys, let's go on to what you should do for Lily. Now, use the walls to your advantage. I mean it, you wanna use the walls because if someone is trying to push you, then you can hide behind a wall. And when they're trying to go to you, you can easily just try to hit them. So this will basically cause a blocked entrance for them, so they cannot really go on it unless they want to get attacked, which you can easily get your super and just finish them off if they do try to be aggressive. Now, another thing is checking bushes with your supercharge radius. Now, you want to be really careful when checking bushes because there was situations where I would just not check properly and a Cordelius would just jump out of the bush and kill me by stunning me so I can't Gadget and just killing me. So the thing is, you want to stay close to walls. When you're checking bushes, never try to rush, basically. If you understand what I'm saying, basically do not be in the middle of an open area. You want to be close to a wall and you want to walk with the wall. And if you do see that your area is charging, that means that there's a brawler there and you need to be really careful and you should probably go the other way or find another camping spot. Now, I forgot what interaction, which is Lily on Lily interaction. Now that is my bad. Basically, Lily on Lily interaction is whoever has their super. So, whoever has their super first is basically the one who is going to win. If you have your super, what you can do is you can super the Lily and kill the Lily easily because she's going to Gadget and you can also Gadget. So you can just easily finish the Lily off. So what this means is if a Lily has the super and you don't, use the walls. Do not let the Lily go close to you and use that blocking thing I taught you guys, which is to stay beside a wall and if they do try to come to you, you just want to attack them. Yeah, so do not let Lilies try to come close to you or do not be in the range of where the Lily can throw her super and kill you because the interaction with Lily on Lily is whoever has their super is the winner. Now, believe it or not, there is more stuff I have to teach you guys. Now, you can use this or not. Personally, I think this is really smart that I thought of. I thought of this and I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. I'm gonna keep on doing this for my rank 35 push and just continue using the strategy. So, believe it or not, you guys are probably not gonna like this. If you get your super and you're not in a camping position, like you don't have position in a bush, throw it away. Now, I know you guys probably think like, what am I talking about? Now, you really want that charging ability. That thing is the most important thing about Lily, because you can tell if someone is hiding in a bush. Now, if someone is hiding in a bush, then that can be not good. It will give you a low place and you'll lose a lot of trophies. So yeah, the reason you want to throw away your super is so you know if there is someone in the bushes or not. Now, let's talk about the end game. So there are going to be two different interactions for the end game. When the storm is closing, you're going to have to go to the bushes where it is the big bushy area. So you're going to have to enter that, but there are two strategies which I'm going to tell you guys. Now, there's going to be different scenarios. Sometimes there's going to be people on the other sides. Basically, you just want to pressure them out. But the two scenarios I'm talking about is if you have your super, which if you found a camping position and you got your super, then you're in luck. And the other one is if you don't have your super. Now, if you don't have your super, you're also in luck. It's the same chances basically. And I'm going to tell you what I did at the end game. So for the end game, if you don't have your super and you're sitting outside of the bushy area and you want to enter it because the storm is closing in, if you see your super bar charging, you want to activate your gadget. If you do not see your supercharge charging up, you want to just enter the bushes. And if you do feel that it's going to charge straight away when you enter it, then activate your gadget. That means someone is probably coming to you. So yeah, if you have your super, now that is a bit of a different scenario. Having a super will give you a little bit of a bigger advantage, and I'll tell you why. So if you have your super, what you want to do, so you want to go to where you're going to enter and just throw the super. When you throw the super, and if you hit someone, gadget straight away. So be prepared to press your gadget if you super and you do hit someone, gadget straight away. That gives you a boost inside of the bushes, and now you have anywhere you can go and they will need to guess where you are. So that gives you a bit of advantage. Now, if you do miss, don't worry. Now you know if someone is close to you or not and trying to wait for you to come inside for them to kill you. For example, a bull. So if you do see your charging thing charging up while you're outside and you're about to enter the bushy area, you want to activate your gadget and then enter it. Now, after that, it's basically just luck, but there are things you can do to help you win. For example, so however you play Brawl Stars, make sure to hold your finger or your thumb, or however you play Brawl Stars, make sure to hold your finger on the gadget. Now, hold on it, but don't release. Now, if you hold on the gadget, it's not going to activate, but I think this will give you a faster reaction time. Basically, if you hold your thumb or your finger on the gadget button and you see someone, if you release your finger or your thumb, the gadget will activate. I honestly think this will give you a bit of a faster reaction time. So try this out if you just like holding your finger beside the gadget instead and pressing it really quickly. If you see an enemy, then you can do that. But I figured out later you can just hold it, which did help me out. So yeah. Now, another thing that is really important, believe it or not, where you're positioning on the end game, like where the water is, where you're standing, it actually matters. So the best position to be for the end game when the storm is closing in is to be on top. So where the water is on top, you want to stay there because that is the last place the smoke is going to go. And if your enemies are on the other sides, then they are going to die by the smoke and they eventually have to move to the top. So you're going to have an advantage because they're going to have to go to the top and you're already at the top. So you can easily just attack them, gadget, you come out of the gadget and you attack them again. Another thing is Primos are going to stand in positions where they're going to yeet you out of the storm. So if there are still Primos alive and you know that they're alive, make sure not to go in spots where you are close to a wall where you can just easily be yeeted, because the Primo will use his gadget and yeet you to the smoke. And you're going to have to get out of the smoke, which you will probably die. So avoid these places if you see Primos are still alive because they're probably standing there waiting to gadget. Now, another thing I want to talk about is Lily's gadget and how to play mind games with the gadget. So, when you gadget, I'm pretty sure that there's like 1 or 2 seconds of animation still going, so they kind of know where you're going. So what I would suggest to do is when you gadget, you want to go the other direction, but don't go straight away. Gadget, wait a bit, maybe wait like 0.5 to 1 second, and go to the other direction. Just go. So if you're going right, go left. If you're going left, go right. Another thing I like to do, but it probably will only work once, is gadget and stay still. Now, I was using this technique in the middle of the bushes. What I'll do is I would gadget, and what I think is that the enemy team is going to try to guess where I went. So instead of going somewhere, I would just stay still, because there's no way they're going to stay still because they think I'm going to be in the same position. Now, this only didn't work like once or twice, but most of the time it was successful. So the best thing I think to do is, if you're going to gadget, stay at the same spot. Unless it's like a dog or RT and you think that they're going to kill you, then go ahead and move around. Sometimes you gotta move around. It really depends on the situation. So make sure to know how to play mind games with your gadget, which I did explain how to do. And yeah, phew! Now, I'm sorry if I did speak really fast. I tried to kind of not make this video that long, but it turned into a 20-minute video, so yeah, that is my bad. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. I hope you guys can take my knowledge and apply it to yourself and get that rank 35 before the new update. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and have a good day.